I think he's scared of losing. I mean, he's scared of losing. His leverage for to go around and have exhibition because of his
Deadline. Obviously, Netflix already announced that you have to. What is the hard deadline to get this resolved?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. What?
End of business day.
End of business tomorrow.
Yeah. And we're getting ahead. We're getting ahead. As long as he's got the size of the opportunity, then they can make him a lot of money, more money than he's made in the last 5 years.
They understand that he does not want to create a bigger mess out of this, and he wants to come to the table. So come to the table means negotiation, right? What does negotiation mean? He wants more than what's contracted in the agreement. Now, that's where all parties...
Manny Pacquiao claims that Floyd Mayweather withdrew from their rematch because he fears defeat and wants to protect his unbeaten record by avoiding another professional bout against him in the ring.
Can leverage for to go around and.
Chris Algieri and Paul Malignaggi discussed that Floyd Mayweather is reluctant to face Manny Pacquiao, aiming to avoid the risk of losing and protect his undefeated 50-0 professional boxing record.
That's gonna burn him if he's gonna have any loss in his record at any point. So there is a lot to lose for Floyd, and I think probably much more to lose. But all right, let's see what the chat has to say. These chats are so small. The biggest thing, so this is Jess Sunderland 3237. The biggest thing going against Pacquiao in the last couple of fights has been his legs. Do you think Floyd's bladed stance and advanced age will make this less of a factor? Yeah, I don't know if pace is going to really be the issue in this fight. Floyd is really good at slowing things down. And in terms of the technical fundamentals that he has displayed, that's like the last thing to go. And we've seen Floyd, these last couple of years, he still looks sharp. And his style isn't as effort-driven, as you always say, champ, like Pacquiao's, where he's got that starter step, that in and out, that explosiveness, he flies in.
Inside the Ring reported on X that Manny Pacquiao Promotions CEO Jasmer revealed on the show that Floyd Mayweather and Pacquiao must finalize a rematch deal by the end of business on April 14th, stressing urgency in negotiations and rising anticipation among boxing fans worldwide. Max Kellerman also discussed with Jazz Mather that the April 14th deadline is crucial for completing Mayweather-Pacquiao negotiations as talks continue around finalizing the rematch agreement.
Then legal proceedings will begin.
I guess. Look, that's not directly in our hands or in my hands to speak on. There's many parties involved, but all I can say is we are making headway on it. There is a contract in place, and
Jazz Mather stated that Floyd Mayweather is afraid, which is why he is attempting to turn the bout into an exhibition. While Manny Pacquiao has greater achievements and Mayweather is not unique.
So exhibition is completely off the table. He needs to, if he wants to be, look, he claims he's TBE. All the guys around him that are on his payroll claim he's TBE. Everyone claims he's TBE, right? But when you really look at it, the fans know Manny Pacquiao is an 8th division world champion. Floyd Mayweather is not, right? Manny Pacquiao has certain accolades and achievements that Floyd Mayweather doesn't. Now, Floyd Mayweather has an undefeated record. So does Rocky Marciano. Great. He's not unique in any form or manner, right? Running around and wearing 20 necklaces and talking about yourself all day doesn't make you unique in any form or manner either. So you need the appreciation from the people. You need to be considered loved by the fans, right? The people's champ. So right now he's a real boxer. This whole money robbery thing with the exhibitions and what he got away with Logan, which he still owes $1 million to, by the way, that stuff needs to be, he has to understand we're in a different time today. We're in a different era.
Manny Pacquiao stated that the proposed bout is not an exhibition, but a real fight, and he would not participate in any exhibition match against Floyd Mayweather, emphasizing the seriousness of his position.
Is that what he's feeling? But he signed a real fight.
So it's for sure.
Yes, the contract that we signed is a real fight.
Real fight. Okay. Yeah, because I know he said
I wouldn't fight an exhibition.
no exhibition. It's either real fight or not.
Yeah, it's a real fight. Yeah.
Is Fear still in Las Vegas?
That's the contract that he signed.
Yeah. Okay, so it's still happening then.
He has to remember that.
But it's still on. It's still happening.
Oh yeah, we did sign.
Manny Pacquiao's team stated that both sides signed a contract specifically for a professional fight, and all terms were clearly outlined in the agreement. They emphasized that Floyd Mayweather was fully aware at the time of signing, including the bout's professional nature. According to their statement, he cannot now change course or reclassify it as an exhibition. They argue that a signed professional contract must be honored as agreed, and switching formats is not how boxing negotiations or contractual obligations work or are interpreted.
Didn't know what he was signing. He definitely knew what he was signing. He definitely knew what he was getting himself into. But what can I say? I mean, at some point things just get real, and it got real. So that's where we're at today.
Well, consequences are real as
Yes,
well. So
absolutely.
what is the ramifications of him taking that money and then not honoring the contract?
I mean, each party have their own damages, right? The production company that we're working with, Everwonder, will help put this together and have a great relationship with Netflix. They're one of the premier live sports partners for Netflix. They have their own claims and damages. We, Manny Pacquiao and Manny Pacquiao Promotions have our own claims and damages, right? We're sitting in a lingo right now, not knowing if this man is going to step in the ring or he's not going to step in the ring. Clearly, he doesn't value anything that he signs.
Chris Algieri and Paulie Malignaggi discussed that Floyd Mayweather still appears sharp in recent years, noting that his style is less physically demanding compared to Manny Pacquiao's explosive in-and-out movement. They explained that Pacquiao relies on constant pressure and speed, which requires far more energy than Mayweather's controlled, defensive approach. They also reflected on Pacquiao's recent performance, saying he was able to go 12 rounds at an advanced age, which is impressive even if the pace was not consistently high in every round. They further analyzed his fight against Mario Barrios, suggesting that Pacquiao performed well, but the bout lacked output from his opponent, which affected the overall rhythm. Despite that, they praised Pacquiao's endurance and ability to compete over a full championship distance at 47 years old, highlighting how difficult that is at such a stage of an athletic career.
Not throwing any punches, which we've seen
It was
be
more
an
based
issue.
on Barrios. It was more based on Barrios sucking. Yeah.
But
You
he,
say, go ahead, spit it out there. I don't know you think it. You say it.
I give it. I hate saying a fighter sucked. You know that. I give it to Manny for making it 12 rounds. I didn't even think he was going to make 12 rounds because fighting 12 rounds at 47 years old, even at a moderate pace, quote unquote moderate championship level pace, super difficult to do. And I was there that night. I thought Manny was redlining it the whole time, and he didn't fight the whole 3 minutes of every round. But I think with these guys, the pace is going to be slower. They're both older, but at the end of the day, man, fundamentals are fundamentals. I don't see Floyd falling apart in terms of the fundamental aspect. But there's going to be a question about chins. You haven't got a hit in a while.
The discussion then shifts to the aging bodies of both fighters, highlighting that while their fundamentals remain intact, the main question is how well each can still absorb punches after years of wear and time away from elite competition. They emphasize that reaction time and punch resistance naturally decline with age, making any comeback to top-level boxing highly unpredictable. They further suggest that consistent sparring and training can help a fighter maintain durability, as staying active keeps the body accustomed to taking punches. However, they question whether Floyd Mayweather's recent exhibition bouts truly reflect real professional fight conditions. Overall, they conclude that while skill remains, the uncertainty of age, timing, and physical resilience makes a potential matchup highly unpredictable.
Back into the ability to go through a fight and be hit and have to take it. I do think there is. I don't know what scientific evidence is, but from my experience, I do think getting hit, from a consistent basis in training and sparring, makes a boxer have a better ability to take a punch because it's more so what they're used to in their almost everyday life when they're training for that part of their lifetime. So I think there is some getting used to as far as if you haven't been hit to get hit again. Pacquiao certainly has done that with the training for the Barrios fight, and then obviously the Barrios fight itself. With Floyd, I don't know. I mean, he's had the exhibitions. Granted, those are sometimes bigger gloves, so you're getting hit with an 8-ounce.
Manny Pacquiao believes that Floyd Mayweather has been avoiding and dodging him regarding a potential rematch. He stated that from the very beginning of discussions until now, Floyd Mayweather has shown hesitation and has tried to distance himself from finalizing the fight. According to Manny Pacquiao, this behavior suggests that Floyd is attempting to avoid the rematch rather than face him again in a professional setting. He implied that this reluctance has remained consistent and is not something new. reinforcing his view that Mayweather is not genuinely interested in stepping back into the ring for a second official bout.
In condition because ready for the fight because I have injury shoulder injury, so that's why right after the fight I go straight to the hospital.
Manny Pacquiao's team has issued a firm deadline to Floyd Mayweather, asking him to make a decision as soon as possible regarding negotiations for a potential rematch. They emphasized that vice presidents from both sides are involved and expressed hope that cooler heads will prevail as the situation approaches a critical point. The ultimatum sets tomorrow as the final deadline to resolve the matter and move forward with clarity. When asked by reporters what would happen if the agreement is not finalized by the deadline, the spokesperson avoided direct speculation about legal action. He stated that he was not at liberty to discuss such possibilities, keeping the response professional and cautious. This approach suggested that both sides prefer to keep negotiations stable rather than escalate tensions during sensitive contract discussions.
Is mañana, tomorrow, to figure this out. And the reporter said, hey, what happens if it's not ironed out by tomorrow? Will it lead to legal proceedings? And he took the higher road, like, I don't want to take it there. I'm not at liberty to speak on that per se. And that's cool, because if you're trying to figure out a contract, you don't want it to go there. Like, I don't think that Pacquiao's team wants the fight to fall apart, because if it falls apart, that's no money for you. And this is the biggest money fight that is realistic for either guy, probably. You know what I mean? Because let's be real, Pacquiao and Floyd, like 40-something, high 40s, 50, you know what I mean? They're not going to be...
Observers noted that neither team appears to want the deal to collapse, as the financial stakes are extremely high. The matchup between Pacquiao and Mayweather is widely considered one of the biggest remaining money fights available for both veterans. Given their age and career stages, options for equally lucrative opponents are extremely limited, making this potential bout particularly significant in the boxing world. Analysts also pointed out that pursuing other opponents would carry unnecessary risk with limited reward, especially against younger or larger fighters. In comparison, this fight offers maximum commercial value with relatively balanced legacy implications. Within discussions, Manny Pacquiao has expressed a belief that cooler judgment will prevail, suggesting that Floyd Mayweather may ultimately agree to terms despite concerns raised about hesitation and strategic motivations.
In the grand scheme of things, he's not a big enough brand, so you would just be taking a mountain of risk for what? You know what I mean? He's not like a Gervonta Davis, Canelo-sized star. So, being realistic, this is about the biggest fight that they can have. Manny Pacquiao says he believes that Floyd... I'll let him speak.
I think better sense will prevail here. We hope it will.
I think he's scared of losing.
I think he is scared of losing. You heard him. He said, I think he's afraid of losing.
He's scared of losing. Because that's his, his leverage for, to go around and have exhibition because of his undefeated record. But if that record will...
Floyd Mayweather Jr. was described as extremely loyal to his inner circle, with people around him also remaining loyal for many years. However, the speaker explains that the main issue with Floyd Mayweather Jr. is his intense competitiveness, which has defined his entire career and personal mindset. According to the discussion, this desire to win at everything is what elevated him to greatness, but it can also become a personal burden over time. It is argued that constantly competing in every aspect of life is unsustainable, and even the most successful individuals eventually face challenges they cannot control. The speaker suggests that Floyd Mayweather Jr. attempted to extend his competitive mindset beyond boxing into business and financial success, aiming to maintain billionaire status while continuing his existing lifestyle without major changes. This ambition is presented as both impressive and risky.
Long time. The problem with Floyd Mayweather Jr. is that Floyd Mayweather, this is what I've heard and this is what I've seen, is that Floyd Mayweather Jr. is overly competitive. And that's what I meant by the thing that gets you there is going to be the thing that drags you down. Floyd is somebody that doesn't want to lose. He's somebody that wants to win at everything that he does. That's just not life. If you going through and you're competing with everything and in everything with everybody, bro, you're eventually going to lose. And what happened to Floyd Mayweather Jr. is that he started trying to compete with billionaires. And he tried to create a situation for himself where he would be a billionaire and he could spend as much money he wanted for his entire life. He never had to change any of his spending habits. He could always just, with his brains, with his business acumen or whatever, always stay a step.
However, the commentary claims that this same competitiveness may now be working against him. It is suggested that he is being pushed into a position where he must take real competitive risks again, rather than relying on past achievements or financial strategies. The idea is that opportunities now require more direct value exchange rather than easy financial gain. The discussion also references claims around financial dealings and contracts, suggesting that advances or deals may have influenced recent decisions. Despite this, the speaker emphasizes that Floyd Mayweather Jr. cannot continue avoiding risk indefinitely. Ultimately, it is argued that true legacy at this stage of his career depends on facing real challenges and delivering value in competitive situations rather than relying solely on reputation or business leverage.
Time has said he's just robbing the bank, robbing the bank, robbing the bank, robbing the bank. Well, Netflix is saying, according to Manny Pacquiao, no, brother, you're not going to rob the bank anymore. No, we want something of value for you in exchange for this money, which is a real fight. And what Manny Pacquiao is saying is that Floyd took the money. And Floyd took the advance on the Netflix deal. And you know what Floyd said, or they're saying Floyd did with it? Got slick. This is what they're saying. Took the advance and then used that advance, the letter from the advance and the fight that he had to take loans out and pay off bills. But now that he got the loan and he got the money off of that promised contract, he doesn't want to follow through. That's what I said he was going to do before, and that's what apparently he's trying to do. But look, man, Floyd